All right, this is our Focus, Mindfulness, and Essential Oils class. And we are going to be talking about internal and external experiences or things that influence our emotions. And that can happen, and that can actually be our response to our emotions is what's going to shape our mood with those things. And our mood can play a major role in our ability to feel focused and motivated or not. And you can actually have positive emotions that come in and affect us, or negative emotions. Positive emotions can lead to more focus, more concentration, and more motivation in our lives. And the negative emotions can actually lead to discouragement, disinterest, and confusion. So when we're thinking about essential oils and using those to support our health and wellness, we have to have a little talk about the olfactory system, the limbic system, our brain, and how that has an impact on us. So the olfactory system is that part of the brain that is responsible for controlling our sense of smell, that olfactory nerve. It's one of our cranial nerves. If you're actually to pinch the bridge of your nose, it runs right under that area. And when we inhale something, it affects that olfactory nerve and that olfactory system, and it goes up into the limbic system of the brain. And this is the part of the brain where our memories and emotions live. And this is why you can smell something and it can be a memory of your grandmother that surfaces, or it could be a memory of something that was unpleasant that surfaces. That sense of smell is a direct link and tie into your central nervous system and has a really powerful impact in how we're feeling and our memories and our moods. Now, neurons are these specialized cells. They're also known as nerve cells, and they transmit information through signals. And nerve signals are actually how those neurons communicate, and they transmit information from one to another. So just that simple act of inhaling an essential oil, smelling an essential oil, actually does this really complex, intricate dance through your neuroanatomy. How does aroma create a response? So we smell something, right? That could be an essential oil that we have, and we inhale. And that aroma is picked up by the olfactory receptors in the nose. And that aroma is processed through the olfactory system, which controls our sense of smell, which is kind of cool. And then those neurons, those nerve cells, send a nerve signal to the brain to identify the smell. Oh, that's lavender. Oh, that's peppermint. The nerve signals transmit the information from the olfactory system to the limbic system, where those memories and emotions are stored deep in our limbic system. And then the limbic system produces a response. And this is why when we inhale something, it can be a powerful way to help support us if we're feeling stressed, if we're feeling overwhelmed, to help with our mood, to help support us in challenging times. And I love this image. This shows the plant part. So we have our beautiful plants, and then we have the essential oils that are extracted from the plants. We have this essential oil that contains chemical compounds, and these chemical compounds actually determine the potential benefits that we're going to have from those. So to give you an example, we'll talk about a couple options here that we have. There's different types of essential oils. So you'll see there's going to be more oils that are citrus or floral. There's some that are more herb. There's some that are more mint, spicy oils. So we have those on hand. So for example, the mints, the common chemical constituent are ketones and alcohols. And the mint essential oils are really energizing. They're uplifting, they're invigorating. Think about your peppermint and your spearmint and having those on hand. The citrus oils are more monoterpenes and limonene. We did a class, you can find it on YouTube, all about limonene and that chemical constituent, how powerful it is, lots of antioxidants. It can help our body produce glutathione, which is the body's master antioxidant. But the citrus oils are very uplifting to the mood. So I think of citrus oils as happy oils. They're going to boost our mood. They're going to support us with things. And then we have the floral oils, which those common chemical constituents are monoterpene alcohols, esters, linalool, linalool acetate, and they're very uplifting and invigorating as well. And I would probably say calming too. Linalool is a very calming chemical constituent that we see in lavender and magnolia, essential oils like that. And then we've got the spices, and these are more phenols. And they're very warming properties. Think of your cinnamons and cloves and cassias. And then our herbs. And these are more esters and oxidize and the sesquiterpenes, and they can actually help to soothe. They're very renewing and they're very grounding with that. Think of your rosemary or your basil. So you can actually look at the chemistry and have an idea of how that's going to affect and support your body. So for example, monoterpene alcohols are more toning and calming. The sesquiterpenes, like frankincense, sesquiterpene, very grounding, soothing, renewing. Our ketones are going to be more energizing and uplifting. Limonene, beta-pinene, these monoterpenes are very uplifting to the body. And then phenols are very warming to the body. And so to break it down, we can talk about uplifting essential oils and energizing essential oils that you can use. So you may notice that we use combinations of these together, like peppermint and wild orange. I love to do citruses with the mints paired. That's very energizing and uplifting. Bergamot is a really amazing citrus. Grapefruit, lemon, lime, wild orange, tangerine, lots of awesome citrus oils in here, as well as blue tansy, Douglas fir, fennel, which is actually our free oil this month, and peppermint. Lots of awesome essential oils that you can use in combinations. You could diffuse these oils, you could apply them topically. Just be careful of the citrus oils in the summertime because those are photosensitive oils. So you don't want to put a citrus oil on your skin and then go out into direct sunlight. It can make you a little bit more likely to burn. And then we have our calming oils. So if you want to get your mind to slow down a little bit, to focus a little bit better, to create that calm environment that prepares your mind to focus, this is going to be a calming essential oils like basil, bergamot, cilantro, coriander, clary sage, jasmine, lavender, neroli, petitgrain, Roman chamomile, spikenard, vetiver. These are great ones. You'll notice that we use a lot of these for sleep, right? Lavender, Roman chamomile. Petitgrain is kind of the men's lavender, if you will. It has a lot of the similar chemical constituents, but it's not a floral like the lavender is. And these are really great too. You'll notice that some are on both lists, like bergamot. So depending on what you pair it with, it can be more energizing or it can be more calming. So depending on where you need support, if you want to be more uplifted, you may want to pull more of these oils. If you're looking for more calm and focus in your life, start to gravitate more towards these ones here. And you can take a screenshot of that and have that on hand. And I've got some recipes and some diffuser blends for you too. So here's our diffuser blends to help support you. And you can use these for uplifting or calming benefits to really help facilitate more focus, more concentration. These are great. So you just need a few drops and you can use that to support you here. So basil and lavender, equal parts, is a great diffuser blend. I've been gravitating more towards basil lately. If you haven't gotten out your basil, it's a really awesome oil for renewal. It's one that I love for adrenal support. If you're just feeling really tired but wired, you can actually put it over your lower back area, the flank area, and really great for adrenal support, but you can do a drop on the tongue too if you need a little bit of energy burst. I will warn you, it doesn't taste awesome, but it's really great. It's a nice one to have on hand. We have lavender, bergamot, and lemon. This is a great combination. Bergamot is one of my favorite essential oils. It's the oil of self-acceptance. It smells really amazing, but it is a nice one for helping with that concentration and focus. Peppermint, balance, and coriander. We were just talking about coriander last night in our team call and what a powerful oil that is to have on hand. And then spearmint, peppermint, and basil. That sounds really yummy. I think I'm going to have to diffuse that combo today, but you can take a screenshot of these and have those on hand to use to support you to facilitate more of that environment of focus and concentration if you're needing to get some things done or just bringing more calming. And this is why I feel like utilizing our essential oils, especially diffusing throughout our homes, not only is it getting rid of the toxins and the chemicals that we don't need from the plugins and air fresheners and candles and all of that stuff that's just really hard on our thyroid and on our sex hormones, but it creates this environment that can actually really support your emotions and your mood and your focus. So here's some diffuser blends for motivation. If you have a difficult task that you need to get done, right? I call these the I don't want to's. You know, you just need to eat that frog and get it done. Here's some awesome diffuser blends that you can use. You can screenshot this. I personally love doTERRA's Motivate blend. If you haven't tried that, that's an emotions oil. That is a beautiful pairing of the citrus oils and the mint oils, and it's amazing for really supporting you. But black pepper, frankincense, bergamot, and Douglas fir would be a great combination for a little bit of motivation if you need to, right, clean out those closets or get the laundry done or whatever it is that you need to do. This is a great one. Grapefruit, lime, and Douglas fir. Douglas fir is one of my favorite oils. If you haven't tried this oil, it is just a very nice for grounding, uplifting oil to have on hand. Elevation, lime, and motivate is a really great combo too. I will often pair elevation with cypress oil as well. Elevation's the joyful blend, and cypress is the go with the flow. So it's that going with the flow, staying in that joyful state. But I love the idea of pairing it with lime essential oil and motivate. Now, elevation, it is one of my favorites. I diffuse citrus bliss or elevation almost all the time throughout our home. It's a really nice one. And speaking of citrus bliss, that's part of the next one, citrus bliss and cheer. If you haven't smelled cheer, it reminds me a little bit of Christmas. It has that cinnamon in it, but it's that blend of the citrus oils, a little bit of mints, and citrus bliss. These are really great for uplifting your mood, getting you energized, helping you to focus. If you're having Monday blues, or maybe it's winter time and the winter just affects you, or you really need some support with staying motivated, these are great ones. So I love, right, the world's not going to change. We have to change. We are in control of our responses and our choices to what's happening and circling around us. So using our essential oils as a tool is a powerful one to help us with our mood. So here's a couple more ideas for you. I'm on this basil kick lately. I don't know, but you can actually diffuse basil. And this is great for focus, studying, reading, helping with other tasks that really require a lot of mental clarity. So you could diffuse this if your kids are doing homework or if you're getting a lot of work done, or you could try that combination with lavender, which is really great. Coriander is a really fresh smelling essential oil. And this is a great one too if you just need a little bit of focus, if you're working on a project, if you want to have that on hand. If you are maybe trying to learn a new skill, you're practicing an instrument, learning a new skill, maybe need a little bit of help with concentration, peppermint or spearmint, or you could diffuse both of those together, is really great to help you stay alert and feel invigorated. You can do this for you can do this for your kids. Or if you have somebody that's having a difficult time getting ready in the morning, maybe try doing citrus essential oils like lemon or lime or citrus bliss. And this can be a great way to help jumpstart and get you going and get you up and moving for the day. One of my favorite diffuser blends in the morning is citrus bliss and spearmint. Again, I love that combination of mints and citrus to just give you a little bit of boost during the day for that. So our morning motivation, you could turn your essential oil diffuser on. I love to do that. I have a big watering pail, or if you have a big pitcher, and you can just go throughout the home and fill up all of your diffusers together. And if I can, what works really well is the night before, fill up your diffusers. Like I fill up my diffuser in my kitchen, in my office. So when I wake up in the morning, I can just turn them on and they're ready to go. And it really helps you to feel more energized, boost your mood a little bit as you're getting ready for the day. You could do a drop of peppermint oil on your tongue. It's a little strong, but it is super effective. There's actually some really interesting research about putting a drop of peppermint on your tongue before exercise, and they noticed that it improved grip strength, vertical jump, long jump, your oxygenation, your VO2 max. So that's a really awesome one for our runners, our athletes. You could do a peppermint beadlet or drop a peppermint on the tongue or put some peppermint over your chest. It's really, really great. Not only is it going to help to freshen your breath without those toxins and things, but it's going to help you to feel more alert, especially in the summertime. It's hot here in West Texas. It's getting up to 100 degrees. So I love to do peppermint on the back of my neck, or do a nice little peppermint spray. You could get a spray bottle, maybe put 5 to 10 drops of peppermint, fill it with water, and just spritz down your skin. And that's a great one. You can rub your temples with a citrus oil or a mint oil in the morning. If you're having a hard time, feeling upbeat or getting excited, I will tell you peppermint essential oil is my jam. It's one of those oils that I use all the time. I love to have it in the touch roller and just keep it here by me, by my desk. I also have the essential oil here, and it's perfect. If you need a little bit more focus, you can just rub it in your temples and have it on hand. Actually, one of our sweet oilers, Destiny, she was really struggling with math and got a tutor and was studying. She was using her peppermint and wild orange, and she aced her math test. She did awesome. I was so excited. She shared that with me. So there's a little tip if you're studying, if you're working on anything there. All right, sluggish afternoons, right? That 2 to 4 p.m. slump where you want to be reaching for the coffee or the sugar. We have some options. Use your essential oils instead. These are great, great ways to support you. So you could use the invigorating oils like wild orange or Douglas fir. Put it in your palms. You can do a nice little palm inhale, rub them together, and then cup over mouth and nose. And just take a couple slow, deep breaths in. You can also cup your hands like this and inhale that in as well. That works so well as a pick-me-up. Wild orange, Douglas fir, peppermint, any of those are awesome. You can add them all together. You could diffuse uplifting and energizing oils like cheer or lime oil at your desk. This is going to wake you up. This is going to help if you're feeling that slump. Or if you got that big to-do list, but you're already feeling burned out, you can put a little bit of an uplifting oil like bergamot or tangerine. You can put that on your wrists, and that's a great way to have that aroma with you throughout the day. I also love to put it in my hair so that I'm a walking diffuser, and I have that going, and that is an awesome one too. And women, if you're going to do one thing for your health and wellness and your hormones, get rid of the perfumes, get rid of the body sprays and the synthetic fragrances. They're not serving you. And doing a little swap to an essential oil is a great, great way to upgrade. So you could diffuse lavender during your meditation time or quiet time, gratitude time, prayer time. This is great to bring more peace and calm into your life. I also love balance essential oil. I love to start my day with balance on the bottoms of my feet and my day with serenity on the bottom of my feet. And this is a great oil too during your meditation time, prayer time, quiet time to promote more harmony. You can do clary sage. This is a great one to put on neck, on wrists. It helps to promote that calm atmosphere, and it's really good for hormonal support for women. You can actually apply that to the lower abdomen, or we have a blend, the women's hormone blend, Clary Calm, that's a roller that's specific to help with that. And then spikenard. Spikenard is one of those oils that I don't think gets a ton of love. It's one of those oils that we don't use all the time, but it's the oil of a grateful heart. It's oil of gratitude. And this is a great one to actually put on the back of your neck or your temples or your forehead. And that just helps with calmness and relaxation while meditating, bringing more gratitude. Great to use when meditating or journaling or during your quiet time. And then vetiver. Ooh, vetiver is like a natural tranquilizer. Vetiver is an amazing oil. It's very earthy. It's very grounding, and it helps to calm your nervous system down. So if you're one of those people that really struggles with sleep, putting some vetiver on the bottoms of your feet, behind your ears, before you go to bed is really great. But this has a really powerful effect on emotions. So it's great to use during your meditation time, quiet time, or even for sleep. And then I have a couple of my favorite meditation apps that I love. A lot of these are free, and it's a great practice to get into. The research actually shows us that there is a lot of power in having a meditation practice or prayer practice, gratitude practice, something that can quiet our mind down. And I think that's really needed, especially now with all that's happening. So you could use something like Insight Timer. This is one of my favorite apps. It is free. You can actually do guided meditations if you like somebody talking to you and guiding you through that. Or you could also do a meditation like where you set a time. Maybe when you start out, you just do 1 minute. You set a little timer for 1 minute and you come back to your breath and work on that. And then you build from there. That's so powerful. There's also an app called Calm, and there's one called Call Me. And then Oprah and Deepak Chopra do their 21-day meditation experiences. There's actually a free one going on right now. So there's lots of free resources for you too. But I love this quote. This is from Dr. Sarah Ballantyne. She has a fabulous book called Go to Bed. If you struggle with insomnia or not sleeping really well, definitely check her book out. But in the book, she says that meditation can help you be more resilient to stressors and improve your sleep quality. And studies show benefits even with only 10 minutes a day. So little small changes can really make a big shift in your health and wellness. Little changes like diffusing essential oils during the day in your workspace or in your home, or taking 1 second for self-care and applying an essential oil, they can make such a big difference. And I love to use the oils with the meditation and the journaling and the gratitude and the prayer time. So I want to take you through a little heart math exercise, little experiment. So if you are driving, don't do this. But if you are in a quiet space where you can be still for just a moment and really get grounded. So I want you to sit in a chair and have that on hand. I'm actually going to turn off my video for just a moment because I don't want us to be distracted. I want you to just really listen to my voice, tune in with that. So you can get in a comfortable position. That may be lying down on the bed or on the floor. That may be sitting in a chair. I just really want you to feel supported by that chair or by laying down on the ground. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. And do a deep breath in. And then a big letting go breath out. Just like let go of any of the heaviness that you're holding on to. Deep breath in again. And a big letting go breath out. We're going to take a quick body scan. We're going to start at the top of the head. And I want you to notice if you're holding on to any tension or heaviness. Relax your forehead. Relax your temples. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. Notice if you're holding any tightness or tension in your shoulders. And we're going to let that go. Moving down into the chest, into the torso. If you're noticing any discomfort in these areas, just breathe deeply into those areas. See if you can allow them to soften a little bit. Deep letting go breath. Down into the abdomen, into the hips, into the legs. See if you can get that to soften a little bit. All the way down into the feet and the toes. Deep breaths in. And let it out. Good. Now I want you to imagine that you're standing on a path, and this path stretches out far, far in front of you and far, far behind you. And this path represents your life up to this point. And I want you to take in this scene in as much detail as you can, noticing what you're wearing, noticing what the surrounding area looks like. What's the weather like? Are there any sounds, nature sounds? Are you noticing any smells? Maybe salty sea air, flowers. Noticing as much detail, taking that in. I want you to feel the breeze on your face or the sun on your skin. Really feeling grounded there in that moment. Notice what you're wearing. Are you by yourself or is somebody with you? Taking that in as much detail as you possibly can. You're going to go ahead and start to walk down this path. And as you walk down this path, you approach a dwelling. I want you just to notice what the dwelling looks like. What does that look like? What's the architecture? What color is it? Taking in that scene in as much detail as possible. And you're going to walk up to that dwelling and knock on the door. And a friendly face opens the door, welcomes you, greets you with a big hug. And you're surprised but not surprised to see that this is your most authentic future self. And they welcome you in, a big smile. I want you to notice what it looks like inside. What's the furniture look like? What are the colors in the room? Are there any smells? Is there anything cooking or baking in the kitchen? Is it just you, or are there other people in there with you? And this is your opportunity. Your most authentic future self invites you to sit at the kitchen table and have a cup of tea. And this is where I want you to ask your most authentic future self, what is the one thing that I can do for my health and wellness right now? And be open to receiving that answer. It's often very simple. It may be one word, it may be one sentence, but be open to receiving that advice. And this is also your moment to ask your most authentic future self anything that feels heavy on your heart right now. Are there questions that you don't have answers to? Is there a situation going on in your life right now that feels really heavy and you don't feel like you know what the next step is? Or you're wondering, you want to get some guidance on that? Go ahead and ask. And be open to receiving whatever wisdom and guidance they can give to you right now. You're going to thank your future self for all the wisdom, for all the guidance that they've given you. And you give them a big hug. And as you hug your future self, it starts to dissipate into this bright white healing light that goes directly into your heart. Because your most authentic future self resides there, is always with you. There, present, guiding you, supporting you. I want you to take another big deep breath in. And a big letting go breath out. Start to feel fully grounded and supported in that chair, lying on the floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, notice how you feel. Do you feel different? You can type into the comments and let us know. Let me know what the advice was, if you're feel open to sharing with us that your most authentic future self gave you. They're always really beautiful words. Maybe it was sleep. Maybe it was drink more water. Maybe it was find more joy. Whatever that is. I feel like there's power in getting quiet and tuning inward. And this is why our meditation time, prayer time, gratitude time, it's so important. And it doesn't have to take long, but it can change how you're feeling in that moment. And so when things feel really stressful or heavy, remember to get quiet, remember to go back inward. That is such a powerful thing to do with that. And there's another tool that I can show you really quickly. So that was a guided imagery experience. There's another exercise called heart math. And this is something that my mentor, Dr. Rita Marie, told me about. And you can do this anywhere. You don't need any tools. And you actually just want to start by putting a hand over your heart. And that's how we bring more awareness to our heart. So if you'll try that there, just place a hand over your heart if you can. Close your eyes one more time. Take a deep breath in. And a deep letting go breath out. And I want you to visualize that you're in your happy place. That may be the beach. That may be the mountains. It could be someplace that you went to in real life. It could be someplace that you've never been, but you imagine and want to be there. Again, we're going to take in this scene in as much detail as possible. If you're at the beach, I want you to feel the toes, your toes in the sand. I want you to hear the ocean waves crashing. I want you to feel that breeze on your face, taking it in as much detail as possible. And I want you to think of a time from this space where you felt so much love, gratitude, appreciation, and joy. It could be spending time with a loved one or a pet. It could be holding your newborn baby for the first time. Go back to that memory where you felt all that love, gratitude, appreciation, and joy. Breathe deep into that space. Feel it now, experience it now. And then when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And that doesn't take long at all, and you can do it from anywhere. And as you practice this, you can actually do it with your eyes open. Maybe you're in a stressful situation and you can just kind of go back to that place and bring some calm. And so my mentor, Rita Marie, recommends doing this 5 times a day. When you first wake up in the morning, before your meals, before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then before you go to bed. And it's powerful. And it only takes a minute or 2. I love to add the essential oils with that to even bring in that sense of smell and make it even more powerful. But that's a really easy, simple thing that you can do throughout your day or whenever you need to come back to that parasympathetic state, that rest and digest state. That's the state where the body heals and repairs. We can't heal in a stressed out, stressful state. So when we notice that, we can come back to the breath, use your essential oils to ground you. That is so, so powerful. That's heart math. And I love that it's free. You can do it anywhere and it doesn't take very long, a minute or 2. And you can change your state and how you're feeling. Because if you're feeling, your emotions are the guide to what's going on and what thoughts you're thinking too. So if you're feeling very stressed and overwhelmed, notice the thoughts that you're thinking. Get quiet, come back to the present moment. You can do one of those tools, use your essential oils, and it can change everything for you. Really, really powerful. And one of my personal favorite oils is frankincense. I love to use this oil during meditation, during prayer time. Emotionally, it's the oil of truth. And I feel like that's so powerful. You could put it over your forehead, over your temples, back of the neck. You could diffuse it during your quiet time. And this is just a really nice grounding oil to support you. And if anyone's new to oils, I'll do a really quick little one-on-one, but there's 3 cool things about oils. The first is they're very safe. There's no addictions or side effects. They're actually extracted from plants. They're 50 to 70 times more potent than plants. And with doTERRA's oils, they're certified pure therapeutic grade. That's the biggest difference with doTERRA, is that they come from the areas of the world where they're designed to thrive. That's co-impact sourcing. Lavender comes from Bulgaria. Lemon comes from Italy. That all affects those chemical constituents like we were talking about. And then they are tested by third-party labs to make sure that they're pure, that they're potent, there's no adulterations. And you know this because a lot of the essential oils on the market are adulterated. There's synthetics and fillers, and if you pick up that bottle and you read the back, it'll say not for internal use, for aromatic use only, not for topical, and tons of warning signs. If it's something that you would recognize as food like peppermint or lemon or lavender, you should be able to take that oil internally. If you can't, that is not a pure essential oil. That's actually a synthetic fragrance. And we know that synthetic fragrances are the new secondhand smoke. So it's a big, big difference with doTERRA. The oils are very effective. They can actually permeate through the cell membrane. So there can be challenges that come up that are outside the cell, or challenges that come up inside the cell, that they duplicate DNA, RNA. And because essential oils are lipids, they can actually permeate that cell membrane to support us, say with our immune function. On Guard is an oil that we're using a lot to put on the bottoms of our feet, diffuse. You can take it internally to help support your immune system during this time. And they're actually very, very affordable. They're pennies per drop. They can save you tons in medical costs. We use them for a lot of things, whether that's I spent too much time out in the sun and I burned myself, or maybe I'm having ear discomfort or tummy upset, or I'm struggling with respiratory and I need some support. You can use the oils for a lot of different things. And then there's 3 ways to use them. We talked about some in this class. The aromatic is the one that we've really focused on, right? Getting in touch with that limbic system, helping with our mood, clearing the air, cleansing and purifying the air, and really supporting our respiratory system. Very, very important. And then topical, you can actually put the oils where you need them. If you're having low back discomfort, knee discomfort, head tension. You can apply those to the areas that you need. We use a little bit of a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, to help with that. And then doTERRA's oils are not only recommended, not only safe to take internally, but they're actually recommended to take internally. Now, you know which ones you can. Not all doTERRA oils are safe to take internally, but the majority of them are. And you'll look for it and you'll see a supplement fact on that bottle. And that's how you know that that oil is safe to take internally. If you don't see a supplement fact, it's not for internal. It's going to be aromatic or topical. So Breathe or Deep Blue, not for internal use, but you can use it topically to help you. You can actually put oils in water. We do glass or stainless steel, never plastic. You can put them in a veggie capsule. It's a great way to make your own little natural concoction. Or if there's a hot, spicy oil like oregano, you can put it in there and take that internally. And you can also put oils under your tongue. I do this a lot with frankincense and copaiba. They're great ones, especially to help with cellular health, to support your body systemically, to help with a healthy inflammatory response. Internal use is great. And then there's 3 ways to purchase oils. If you've been following me for a long time, if you don't have an account with doTERRA already, these are the 3 ways to get started. The first is retail. It's actually the most expensive way. I say nobody here is going to purchase retail. The only time you would buy retail is if you were in a professional setting, like a chiropractor's office or a spa, because it's the most expensive way. The second is wholesale. doTERRA is set up like a Sam's Club or a Costco. And with that, with doTERRA, it's $35. You get access to the wholesale prices that allows you to purchase at 25% off. So it's not scary. We don't ask for your newborn child. It really is just like Sam's Club or Costco. You can purchase as much or as little as you want. There's no monthly requirements with that. And then the third way is you actually get to purchase below wholesale. This is the best way to save. And doTERRA has some kits that are bundled together that you can actually get that membership, that $35 free. It's waived, which is really cool. So what you can expect from me, there's a lot of people out there selling a product. There's not as many people that are providing education and support when you get started with that. So I mail my people a welcome packet. So they've got tools and resources and things to help them when they get started. We set up a personal one-on-one consultation, either a phone call or video chat call, and I walk you through exactly how to use the oils for your specific health and wellness needs. We have a VIP private Facebook group that we plug people into when they get started to get support. They can ask questions. It's a really beautiful community. We do giveaways. We have lots of fun stuff in there. But having that ongoing support, and then we do continuing education classes every Saturday morning, because we know that these oils, it's a little bit like learning a new language. And we just talked about a few little basic things in here, but we want people to feel supported and know how to use the oils safely. So we do lots of support and education and calls to help people with that. And this is the Healthy Start Kit. It's $160. Actually, what's kind of interesting, this month they switched out that diffuser for a pedal diffuser. So you actually get a pedal diffuser that runs for 12 hours. This diffuser runs for 10, and our top 10 oils. And it's $160. And then the Healthy Essentials Kit is the same pedal diffuser, runs for 12 hours, but these are the bigger bottles. So these are 15 milliliter bottles. There's about 250 drops. So for less than double the price, this kit is $249, and you get 2/3 more essential oil with this kit versus the Healthy Start Kit, which is 5 ml bottles. There's about 80 to 85 drops for $160. They're both awesome. So if you want a little mini kit, this is a great kit, kind of a sample kit to get started with the top 10. It's an awesome option. Or if you want the bigger bottles, more essential oil, this is a great option for $249. And what's really cool is doTERRA is doing a sale just this month, just for July. If you place a $150 order, that could be either one of those kits, or we can create your own kit with the essential oils. You get 50 doTERRA dollars. That's like $50 in essential oils for free. And that could get you a bunch of fun citrus oils. That could get you some really cool kids roller bottles, but it's just for July. If you've been thinking about the oils, reach out to me. I would love to help and support you. I have not seen them do this before. With a $150 order, you get $50 in oil free. That's really, really cool. And if I've been the person that's been educating you and supporting you, if you've been following me for a while, text me if you're curious, if you want to talk more, if you want one of those kits, or maybe you're not sure which option would be the best for you and your specific health and wellness goals, let me know. Reach out to me. You can text me. You can send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram. I'd be happy to help you. and support you with those, because it's a really cool thing that's going on. And I love to teach classes. I'm very passionate about educating and empowering people and teaching classes on different topics. If that's something that you're open to, I would love to host a class for your family and friends. We could do it on a different topic. Maybe you want to learn more about emotions and essential oils, or maybe you want to learn more about immune support during this time, or back to school, or whatever that looks like. Reach out to me. We can do it virtually, which would be amazing. And for each of your friends or family that come, I'll give you a little keychain with some oil drams for each person that comes to support you, because sharing is caring. And there's 3 types of people that come to this class. The first person is excited to live a health and wellness lifestyle. They're excited to ditch the toxins, bring in these tools into their home to support themselves and their family. And we provide a lot of continuing education and support for this person. The second type of person is a natural sharer. You know you're this type of person if, as I've been talking, you're thinking of people who could benefit and use these tools. As you share consistently over time, you can actually get your products paid for. We call this free natural health care, and there are thousands of people across doTERRA that are receiving free natural health care. And then the third type of person wants to build. They want to do this as a business. Maybe they're watching me and they're thinking, okay, Laura, I want to do what you do. I want to teach and empower people about the power of natural remedies and essential oils. And as you teach and as you change lives over time, you can actually earn an income to either supplement your current income or replace your current income. And that's what I've actually been able to do. I'm very grateful. So those of you that know, I have a background in physical therapy, and I was a burned out, stressed out healthcare professional. I got into the world of PT to help people. And it was actually the insurance and the paperwork and the red tape and the cutting my treatment times with my patients shorter and shorter. And it was very stressful. And I actually ended up getting a cancerous tumor. And it kind of brought me to the world of essential oils, to functional nutrition, to natural remedies. And I found, wow, if there's something that is safe, that is effective, especially as a PT, as a healthcare professional, I want to learn more about this. And that's what got me into this world. And it has been the biggest blessing. I didn't realize the power of residual income and no longer having to trade dollars per hour. I didn't realize what a blessing having time freedom would be and getting to choose the hours that I would work. I feel like I still get to help a ton of people. I actually help probably more people than I did before, but it has been just an amazing, amazing experience. And I was thinking back on this recently, this past week, of when my baby nephew was born 2 years ago. I was there. I got the call. I went to the hospital. I got to hold him just right after he was born. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was in the clinic. When my cat, our family cat that we had for 19 years, needed to be put down, I was able to be there with my mom and be there in that moment. When my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was able to go to these appointments with her and be there to help her. And I never would have been able to do that if I was still in the clinic. There's something magical about being able to be fully present in really important times in your life. And these oils have made such a huge difference for me, both physically, but also emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of the things. So if that's on your heart, you'll know you're getting the tingles. I'm calling you out. I'm talking to you. Reach out to me. I'd love to help and support you on that. But if you have any questions, we still have some people over on Zoom and on Facebook. Let me know if you have any questions about essential oils, about anything that we talked about today, about oils for focus. Reach out. You can type them in the chat or post them over on Zoom. And yeah, I'd be happy to help. Let me know. I don't see any questions. Maybe that means that we're good. Well, if you think of any questions, or if you're watching the replay, you can type them in over there and I'll go back and take a look and answer those. But thank you for being here, or thank you for catching the replay. I hope you found this information helpful. If you try something that you learned in this class, tag me on social media. I'd love to see what you're doing. If you're using a new diffuser blend or trying a new essential oil, or maybe you're trying some of the heart math techniques that we talked about today, let me know. I'd love to see how you are using those, because really essential oils, they aren't a magic bullet. They're a piece of that health and wellness lifestyle. And as we make these small changes, they add up to really big ones. All right, thanks for being here. We'll see y'all later. Bye.